Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. I am so sorry, you guys, that I cannot do a live this morning. You know what we're dealing with, okay? But anyway, I thought that I will do this video and premiere it at 7 o'clock so that you don't feel like I have abandoned you. And we are going to do a live later on, you guys, depending if Ramaphosa and his friends allow us to do it. Okay. Anyway, you guys, if you're joining me for the first time on this channel and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button. Dangezansi. If the button is black, you haven't done the things. Okay. There's also ways to support the channel. There's also a like button. Please, you guys, like button is free, but it is as good as you watching the adverts, and it is as good as you pressing a thanks button. But you can also press the thanks button and watch adverts on this video. That is so much appreciated, you guys. So let me acknowledge Xoli Mfeka, because you guys, he is the one that where I saw the story, because I have been waiting. People have been talking about this body works for me, that the new season is coming, and he finally made the announcement. But I need to know how he gets to know this information, okay? Because I need his contacts, because when it comes to the reality TV shows, I also want to be the first one to be like, this is what is happening. But we appreciate it so much that he is able to give us the information before we are given the information. Anyway, I'm thinking that, you know, that's why they send it to him, because they want the information to get to us. Okay, so this body works for me, you guys, is a reality show on Showmax. It's about the girls that are working as, what do you call them, adult entertainers. Okay, adult entertainers. Okay, and they say that their bodies work for them. Listen, for the most part, you guys, if you're being real, all of us, our bodies work for us. It's just that a lot of us in our jobs, we use more the brain than the body, but the body works too, because when we come back from work, the body is tired too. So, you know, so I guess with them, the body works more than the brain in their job. Okay, I think that's the difference, honestly. Okay, but we all out here trying to make money. Anyway, you guys, this is a show really that will be difficult for you if you are going to watch judging. Okay, I try not to judge when I watch this show, and I try also to watch it and not really focus on what they do as their jobs, because at the end of the day, they are human beings, and there's always something that you can relate to when you watch a human being trying to live their lives, you know. And they have storylines, you guys. They have childhood traumas that they're dealing with, relationships with their parents that are a challenge, a lot of them, because of the kind of jobs that they've chosen. So I tell you, you guys, if you can watch without judging, it really is a good show. I enjoyed season one. I reviewed season one, and I enjoyed it until towards the end, where I felt like it was getting a little bit too trashy. And also I felt like in at the reunion they really didn't do justice to the show, and gave like really, it looked low budget for me. Okay, and I felt like that wasn't fair to the girls that had shared their lives in this show. So season two is coming, you guys, and there are interesting things that I've seen that is going on. One, Philip Pella had mentioned that Gogo Maweni was going to be part of the show. I think she's just making an appearance, but I don't know how many times she's going to be on the show. He also mentioned that Xoli Mfeka is not going to be part of the show. I'm confused about that, you guys, and I'm going to tell you why I am confused about it. And we already know that Usam Game is not coming back. Remember, she did an interview here on YouTube, and she did say that she wasn't going to be part of the show. And her reasoning had been that she does not, they did not want to pay her what she thought she deserved from the show. So she wasn't going to do it. Okay. I was disappointed, because I felt like Samke was one of the people that had, you know, an interesting storyline. But then we also found out that part of that storyline was not so true, you guys. So, listen, you guys, this is what is confusing for me when it comes to Xoli Mfeka, because she is appearing here, you guys, on this scene. Okay, so this is a trailer. I can't play it for you, you guys, because I've gotten into trouble with these clips. So She is on one scene on this show, so it kind of makes me feel like maybe she will be like a friend of the show, maybe. Yeah, you guys, I don't understand why she's not doing the show, because she hasn't said why she's not doing the show, or I haven't seen it anywhere where she's explaining why she's not going to be part of the show. But I'm not so disappointed, you guys, if she's not going to appear as much, because if you watch episode not episode season 1, honestly, Xoli didn't do much. Xoli didn't do much. She didn't share much about her life. We didn't meet any of her family members. Unlike Abo Wandi, Samke we met her mom and her brother. With Uwandi, we met her mom, her grandmother, her siblings, you know. And Primadonna, we met her mom. We didn't meet anybody when it came to Xoli Mfeka. We just met her boyfriend, and she was always at her house alone with her boyfriend. She didn't contribute much as I felt like the show was built around her, but I felt like she wasn't really contributing much. Okay, so I don't mind her being a friend of the show. It would still be nice to get her appearing on the show here and there. But I'm not disappointed, you guys. I'm not disappointed. I don't think that we will miss much. Okay, it's different with Usamke, because I feel like Usamke contributed so much to the storyline. So I kind of feel like I'm going to miss Usamke, but I feel like with Xoli, I probably won't miss her, because I did not feel, and that was my thing even in my reviews last season, was that Xoli didn't really contribute much, you guys. Another one, you guys, is the appearance of Gogo Maweni. Okay, I thought that if any Gogo was going to appear on the show, was going to be Gogo Skuteni, because we all know Wandi has that sort of, they did that interview, and they had sort of talked about hanging out afterwards, and that if Wandi needed something, Sangoma, you know, Coco, Coco vibes. She was going to talk to Coco Skoteni. However, you guys, Coco Maweni is the one that is appearing here. This is a scene where Uwandi is going to see Gogo Maweni, and they're talking about how she has to deal with some issues when it comes to her father. And I like this scene, because then it gives me an indication that Uwandi is still going to be giving so much of her life to this storyline. She has a plan. Okay, she has a plan as to what the storyline is going to be. And I like that, you guys. So we've got Gogo Maweni here. I know a lot of some people were saying, what, we're so tired of Gogo Maweni. She is everywhere. But I just feel like, what, Gogo Maweni gets the bag, okay? Gogo Maweni will get the bag, okay? Nisale nikhuluma manikhuluma, but Gogo Maweni is going to get her bag, okay? Anyway, you guys, so I just want to read a little bit, because they've written this sort of an article on the website here, Showmax, just sharing what's going to be happening with the show, because we do have new girls, guys, that have been added to the show. So that this is their poster, you guys, as you can see. Finally, Wandi gets to be at the center, okay? And I think honestly she deserves it, you guys. Out of all of the girls, you guys, Uwandi is the one that the media has been attracted to the most. She's done most of the interviews on YouTube. So it just seems like people are more interested in her, and I think her social media as well has grown the most compared to the other girls. So I like that she's like the center of this poster, because I guess even the storyline is going to be like that. By the way, you guys, Primadonna, also there is a scene in the trailer where it looks like she is seeking counseling, you guys. And we know Primadonna dealt with a lot, because she shared last season that her father was very, very abusive when she was growing up, and she was kicked out of her home at a young age and all of that. So I'm glad to see her work on that. Like I say, you guys, if you can manage to watch the show without being judgmental, there are things that are quite interesting to watch, you guys. But it all depends on you. If you can't watch it, you can just wait for me to come here, because my reviews basically is like telling you the story of what happens in the show while I'm reviewing the show. So you end up knowing what's happening in the show anyway. So it's up to you guys. So this is what the Showmax website is saying. This body works for me is a positive platform for women who are in the sex work industry, says Dion. Listen, you guys, I know they say that it's a positive platform, but in the trailer, I am seeing a lot of fights. Okay, I'm seeing them screaming at each other. I'm seeing them even getting physical with each other. So I don't know so much about being positive, you guys. I don't know about that. Okay, there's a lot of fighting, but at the same time, we know what's a part of us watching the shows because it's under drama. You know, we never outgrow it drama. But yes, you guys, there is physical fighting that you see on the show. It humanizes us and shows people that we are just like them. We are often stigmatized and shunned. So shows like this help with putting the message across about who we are as people and individuals in the world. I have been through a lot and have survived a lot of things. So I think people will be inspired by my journey, especially young women who are going through something similar. It definitely does give you a little bit of a picture as to how they live their life. One thing, you guys, that was very clear for me when I started watching the show that I thought, I didn't understand before. I really thought that when like people who work in adults entertainment make a lot of money. I just thought that everybody just makes a lot of money. I feel like that's the reason that they do it, because I felt like I wouldn't be able to just be able to do that, as a job, like on a daily basis, your body. So I thought that the amount of money that they make, makes it easier for them to be able to do it. But I realized from watching the show that these women don't actually make that much money from this job. Okay. So that was a thing for me. That was a discovery, because I was looking at the kind of lives that they're living. Some of them did not have places to stay. Even those that had places to stay, it was little Lanyana apartments. And looked like they're struggling. So that was like one thing for me that was like, okay, I didn't realize that. I just thought everybody that does that job makes a lot of money. And that's the reason that they do it. I joined season 2 because I want people to see the truth about a stripper says Diamond. It is not just what you see at face value. We are real people, real emotion, and people who depend on us. We go through a lot. It is not an easy job. It is a craft that we work hard to perfect. And I think people do not realize that. My biggest goal is to shed light on the industry, and maybe hopefully that might help somebody. This is the thing, you guys. I feel like, okay, I like that the show shows their struggles, like their childhood traumas, them dealing with that, and their relationship with their families. But I want to see from this show the other side of working in this job, because you guys, emotionally, you must there must be things that you go through if you are able to do that job on a daily, you guys. And I feel like, for the sake of, because as much as they have age restrictions on these shows on Showmax, kids will watch them. Okay, they will use our profiles without us knowing. So I do feel like it's important that they show that part of it, the part that, it's not just easy to do this job. These are the struggles, and I'm hoping that in season 2, because obviously in season 1 we did not see it, I'm hoping in season 2 that we are able to see that. Lebo from Tembisa in the East Rand is an inspiring farmer and a first trans woman on the show. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one, you guys. As a trans woman, I am already othered. So add to the fact that I am an sex worker, it makes it way harder, says Label. My aim for being this body works for me is to show people the trans experience. We all come from different shapes and sizes. No story is the same. Every story is unique, and every story deserves a platform. I hope to teach and make it easier for those who are coming after me. She is also, you guys, new on this show, because I believe that they've added 3 new girls. The returning cast members also shared their hopes for this season. So this one, Dion Diamond, and yes, Lebo. Okay. Yes, and Lebo are the new cast members. Okay, so these are the returning ones. It's Bubbly, it's Gina, it's Primadonna, and it's Wandy. Okay, so there's 3 returning and 3 new, and I guess Xoli will be making an appearance because we do see her in one of the scenes in the trailer. Okay, it says Bubbly plans to be more open this season while also standing up for herself. Listen, you guys, this is what I need from Bubbly. I need Bubbly to be honest about, substance abuse. Because if you were watching the show, something was off with her. I want her to be able to share that experience. I'm looking forward to it, in fact, because I feel like, especially towards the end of the season, uh, Bubbly looked like she might have been on something, okay? And the other ladies did point it out too. So I'm hoping that she deals with that and as part of her storyline. But I'm learning to put my foot down more so that people do not take advantage of my kindness as Bubbly. Gina is trying to be more peaceful this season. I think Gina was one of those that got into most of the fights with almost all of the cast members at different points during the show last season. I honestly try to come in the new season with an open mind and open heart, says Gina. I do not like how I lost some friendships last season. I want to get along. Listen, this is what I'm hoping with Gina. I'm hoping Gina has a place to stay, okay? That woman needs to find, herself an apartment and pay rent every month, because we can't have Gina being kicked out of people's places because she hasn't paid her part of the contribution in rent. Listen, it's a normal life experience to pay, bills every month. So pay the rent, okay? Don't run away from paying rent. So I will be so happy if this season begins and Gina has a nice little place here to live, and she's not sharing with somebody who's going to be kicking her out of the place later on in the season. Okay, Primadonna's goal for the season is to grow and pursue the things she loves. Season one, people did not get to know me fully. I am very chilled person and gets along with everyone. She's chilled. She is chilled until she's triggered, okay? And she does get triggered very easily, Primadonna. Because of how things happen this season, I'm always on the defense. This year is different. You will see drama, but you will get to know me better. I'm hoping for that. Primadonna has a really, really good storyline. Has a really good storyline, and it's a storyline that a lot of people can relate to, because a lot of people have grown up in households where parents have been abusive, or one of the parents have been abusive, and then the other one is quiet about how you are being treated in the house, and then as an adult you have to deal with that. So many people have had to raise themselves, for the larger part of their childhood, because their parents were dealing with their own issues. And I think that's a story for a lot of people, you guys, whether you work in adult entertainment or not. That is a story that a lot of people can relate to. So I do hope that Primadonna is able to share that. I'm looking forward to it. Wendy promises to still bring fire each episode. The one in season one is still who I am, but I have grown up. She says, you will still see me, but in different lights. I am trying to understand other people more, but if you come for me, I will come for you. I respect people, and all I want just for them to respect me. Listen, one day was on that one video where she was buying building material for like 131K or something, and I thought that I hope that there is money from the show. Okay, I hope they are paid that much or more. In fact, it should be more, because obviously Showmax is going to be making millions from this show. So I hope that they are paid more. So when I saw that, and the fact that they just shot the show, and I was like, okay, maybe she just got paid. That's why she was able to spend that much. But you never know. Maybe that money is just from her hookups. The Body of Works for Me is produced by Pop 24, who are also behind another recent Showmax one reality series, The Mummy Club. This is the thing, you guys, that I am going to critique so much when it comes to this show, because if you watch The Mummy Club, you guys, okay, it's not a low budget show. So there's no reason for them to give the Mummy Club what they've given to the Mummy Club and not give that same thing to This Body Works for Me in terms of production. Okay, the makeup, the outfits, and all of that. Yes, the storylines will be different because they're living different lives, but I'm expecting that these girls are going to be looking good during their diary sessions, because last season some of the makeup bengathi benziwe yimi uNtando lo ongakwazi nokwenza ishiya. Okay, so it looked like I was the one that did their makeup, because their makeup was so bad. Okay. Actually, the diary sessions was terrible. Okay, at the reunion the makeup was horrible. So I do hope that they give that. I mean, if this production company did the Mommy Club, then there's no reason to give us low budget production on the show, you guys. Anyway, the show season 2 first and only Showmax from the 22nd of August. Okay, it's like the whole month. Okay, why did they announce it so early though? Because now we have to wait the whole month. So I guess that it will be coming on when the Mommy Club ends, because it's coming on the 22nd of August. I think the Mommy Club will have ended by then. And also, you guys, the episode will be every week on Tuesday. Okay, guys, I look forward to the show. I don't even want to lie. I look forward to seeing them, but I do hope that they have improved some things when it comes to this show. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this show. Hopefully, I will be in the chat section with you this time, because this is going to be a premiere, not a live. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntanda kakhulu.